that we're in.
Before you go, brother, man, you remind me of somebody in my family. That's why I got to give me Titus 2. You know that a lot of brothers in the community, right? I know you got to go, but you work today?
No, I don't work.
You got 5 more minutes. Look.
I'm disabled veteran.
So you're in the Army, you're a man of discipline.
Right.
That tells me that, right? If you're a disabled veteran, that means you did the things that the U.S. needs you to do to get a disabled status. Not anybody can just become a disabled veteran. You have to go through the means and steps, correct? So you have to be a man of order and structure to even become that. We got brothers with us that are disabled veterans. Army guys over there. Now look, but when I was in the Marine Corps, we had a measuring stick of how we were supposed to be as men. We looked at the staff sergeants and the gunnery sergeants for strength, and even the sergeants as young lance corporals and corporals. You understand that? Right. But now in the Bible, you know why? If you think of like this nation is a military, right? Why is it that so many young black men are going to jail disproportionately, are getting shot disproportionately, are not making it past the 3rd grade reading level? You know why that is? Because in the army of the nation that we come from, there's no rules anymore. There's a thing called the Uniform Code of Military Justice, right? And if you act it up, what happened to you? You either got your rank tanked, you got court-martialed, or ultimately you could go to the brig, right? Watch this. You have to fit this, brother, because you have time on your side. Being a disabled veteran, you may be disabled, but you can get around. You can walk through the store. You're not like wheelchair disabled. Right. So you can be a leader for these young black men when you learn what God needs you to do. And the Christian church is a lying institution set up by white power structure. Yeah. You are a black man. You need a black power structure in the Bible is that. Read, I'm going to show you. Read.
Titus chapter 2, verse 2.
Now, why are we speaking rough like men? Because you're a man. You're a man, you command respect. So I'm not going to talk all soft like a fake pastor. Right. I'm going to talk to you like you're a warrior. Read it again.
That the aged men.
He got a mic. I'm trying to give him this mic. I didn't realize it. Read it again.
That the aged men be sober.
Now, you've got to be in your mid-50s. Maybe more than that. Late 50s. Yeah. So when brothers see you, they see someone that they can talk to. Why? Because you're old enough to be, I am old enough to be a lot of these men's fathers. You are old enough to be the young ones, some of them, even their grandfather. Hold up for a sec, man. Oh, you're on me better. You're going to give me some time today, bro. All right, read.
That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, and charity, and patience.
What are we reading? We're reading the Holy Bible. Who is the Holy Bible written for? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who have been scattered throughout slavery to the 4 corners of the earth. Right. You are the Israelites that God commands and calls back to this Bible. Read it again.
That the aged men be sober.
What are we talking about? That the description of how black men in the community are supposed to be. There is a criteria. There is something set up for you black men to measure yourself at. Right. It's called an example in the Bible about an aged man. If you're 50 or hell, some of you 45-year-olds look like you're 60. So I'm talking about you too. Read it again.
That the aged men be sober.
Meaning what? You brothers, every time you got a doggone problem, stop running to these liquor bottles. Right. You got a whole day, you build pyramids of liquor cabinets. You build a damn pyramid of empty liquor bottles. Sure. Like it's a wall of friggin' fame or something. Read it again.
That the aged men be sober.
Meaning the first thing you gotta understand is to have a mind that people will respect. You have to be sober-minded, right? It's very important. Read on.
Grave.
What does grave mean? Like, for example, this brother is grave. You know what? Read it again for my man right here.
That the aged men be sober.
So, for example, if you want to become a staff sergeant to get that bottom rocker, right? There's certain things that you have to do according to the U.S. Army to get that criteria. If your PFT is down here, you think they're going to want a fat lard ass in charge of a doggone a squad? Hell no. So God gives us criteria for you. Now, why am I saying this? You said, this yellow dude, long with it. Yes, I am. Because you may be disabled. You got a long life ahead of you. You're going to live for decades. But don't you want to turn back and stand up for this Bible? And that's the thing. These young men can come to you and they see the gray hair, the white hair. They say, this guy might have an answer. This guy might be able to help me clean my life around because the streets ain't helping me, right? So you gotta fit this. Read it again.
That the aged men be sober.
Ain't nothing wrong with having a drink or two, my brother. There's a time and there's a season for everything. And I'm not saying it's you, but a lot of brothers in this community got so many problems. They wake up, they reach for the bottle. Before they go after lunch, they reach for the bottle. And if that fits you, you gotta fix it. If it doesn't fit you, I ain't talking about you. Read it again.
That the aged men be sober.
The first thing that older black, I'm gonna put myself in that category. I'm a little younger, but not too much. Read it again.
That the aged men be sober.
Meaning we can't always be on the wine, on the liquor. Brother got 12-pack of Mikha'el in his cooler at all times. That's not the way black men are supposed to be. Read. Grave, now that's important. If you're on military grave duty, you gotta dig a hole, you put the coffin in the bot, right? That's a serious matter when you bury someone in the grave. But in this context, grave means that we're serious. That when you come to me and ask me a question, yo bro, how do I fix my life? Well, let me talk to you for a second. You ain't gonna be cheesing and smiling with a dude. The man's asking you, how do you fix your life? Let me show you the steps to take. And you can do that. You can do that. Read it.
That the aged men be sober.
Come on.
Grave.
Meaning you're serious. When people talk to you, they gotta be serious. I can tell you're serious. That's why I'm talking to you. Read on.
Temperate.
You know what temperate means? Sometimes you might have to give a soft answer. Yo, bro, you know, my dad just died, man. Hey, brother, come in. I'm sorry to hear that. You're out of temper. You ain't gotta be right. You can talk to him nice, but it doesn't. It said grave up top. So a serious man at times has to have a temperance about him, meaning he might have to give somebody some condolence and say, listen, you can keep doing this. Don't worry about it, brother. Don't let this stop you. It's gonna be all right. This is what we have to have. But if you're drunk, how you gonna be able to do that? Read on.
Sound in faith.
So this is the thing, sound in faith. And here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. What's slavery of the black man? Now I'm gonna say this, right? This is something that a lot of black people, for whatever reason that I don't care about, a lot of black people do not want to talk about slavery because this shit hurts. Is that right? We got to get over that. So when you look at this here, you got to understand that this happened 3 generations ago to our people. So my question to you is, was this right? Hell no. My question is, what would it take to make this right? So let me show you something. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. And I'm going to show you, brother, that this Bible has always been a book of your fathers since the beginning. Jesus Christ, the most prominent figure in the Bible, was darker than you, with woolly hair.
Right.
Solomon, who Christ descends out of the line of King David, he was a black man. We have been lied to since the time we dropped on the shores of America. And you know that, because they done lie to black people in the military. We know that. Read, come on.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
And I'm protecting my voice because I'm speaking to everybody here, and you too. Read.
But it shall come to pass.
God is speaking to the 12 tribes of Israel. That's who we are. We're not black. We're not Hispanic. We are the Israelites. You are an Israelite, brother. That's who you are. Read.
If thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If we as a nation did not listen to God and what his voice was, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie.
Right.
You should not buy on the Sabbath like a lot of you black men do.
Right.
Okay, read on.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
And that's what the voice of God is. God is not going to speak to you every time you go to the store and say, hey, Gary, don't buy a damn Snapple. He's not going to tell you that. He's going to send the prophets out with the law and tell you how to repent. Read.
And the statutes that I command thee this day.
Come on.
And all these curses.
What?
All these curses shall come upon thee.
And that's why today we right now on Bearman Avenue. And you gotta ask a sister why she lock her door at night.
Good.
If this is a neighborhood, why you gotta lock your doors?
Good.
Why there's so much gunshot? Why there's so much drug abuse?
Good.
Why? Because we're cursed as a nation. And that's what you black, you better wake, listen, whether you wake up or not, judgment is coming.
Right.
Read on.
And all these curses shall come upon thee.
What they gonna do?
And overtake thee.
And that's why we live in ghettos. That's why you're satisfied with living in a 2-bedroom apartment for 25 years, paying $10,000 a month for rent and a year and never giving a dime back. Read.
Curse shall thou be in the city.
And that's why when you look at Brothers Food Market, when you look at hookah dispensary, all these businesses, there ain't no black men on these. The majority of people that live in this part of Gretna or Terrytown are Hispanics and blacks. Why then is it not indicative or reflective of the race of the people per capita ownership? Why? And you might have a Boricua manager, but the Arabs own this, the East Indians own this, the white man owns these things. Read.
And curse shall thou be in the field.
And that's why that's why a lot of brothers, it happens every time. Every time you start talking about slavery, black men, y'all the weakest. Y'all the sisters will talk about slavery. But you black men make me sick.
But no,
read it again.
Curse shall thou be in the city.
And that's why we're cursed in Terrytown. That's why we're cursed in New Orleans, the 3rd Ward, the 6th Ward, the 9th Ward, okay? Chalmette, we're cursed in Kenner, we're cursed in Metairie, and the ones that are fortunate to live in Mandeville and Covington, you the niggas that just moved in the neighborhood. You're cursed when you go across the lake up north. You think you rising up, you live in Covington now. You drive a damn BMW, you think you all right? No, you're not. Read it again.
Bring it up. Curse shall thou be in the city.
And you know I'm telling you the truth, black woman. You know what I'm saying is the truth, black man. But you've been led astray. You've been led wrong, young girls, young brothers.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And